Afternoon, everyone. Happy Friday. It is a gorgeous day in California. So I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about the callbacks. There was an ordinance signed, I believe it was yesterday, from the City Council that gives you 5 days to respond to a callback. We will begin to call you early. We need your response within 5 days. That day is great because we can then fill the schedule that we need to perform for the guests that are here and the workload that is here. But you do, by law, have up to 5 days to respond. We will continue to call back by seniority and class to protect your seniority. You've earned it. It's important to you, and we honor that to the best of our ability. But I do want to say that when you refuse work that's offered, there's a few things that you need to understand. You jeopardize your unemployment. We have to report to unemployment that we've offered you work and you decline. So it could interrupt your benefits there and stop your checks. So just be aware of that. It may also jeopardize your seniority. If we offer you work and you can, and we have to continue to call down the list, those people that call and respond to the workload, it could change where your seniority is when you return. So just be careful about that. We will continue to call the class by seniority on the workload that's needed. Once we exhaust that class of roster for that department, for example, housekeepers, when we call the entire roster, we will then begin to call the seniority by hotel. So the first and the person with the most seniority that has the ability and skill to perform the task, we will begin to call that person. When they accept that call, we want you to know that bumps them in that line of where they are on seniority, so it does affect your seniority and pushes you further down in the line. We are allowed, with minimal training, to train other people to multitask, and as we exhaust the class for callbacks, if we do exhaust that department's callback list, we will begin to go outside of the department and call others to fill that role. So this is your chance to be, cross-trained. It's your chance to increase your seniority or get in line in a higher department, make yourself more valuable. So just keep that in mind. But most importantly, the issue is if you refuse work, it certainly will eventually and almost definitely affect your unemployment, because we have to report that as offered and work refused. If for any reason your work refusal is health related for yourself or your family, again, you're protected on that. We certainly wouldn't want you to work sick. We wouldn't want you to not be at home caring for a family member if you need to, so you're protected from that. That situation needs to be communicated when you refuse to work, and we will log that. It actually qualifies you for FMLA if you are qualified for FMLA. And we will log that and start. I think you have 12 weeks, I believe, is the limit for that as needed with your doctor's notes. So that decision will be based on that information that you provide for us. Decisions that you make on callbacks will affect your benefits for the provider, for your health care. For example, if you're offered work, you turn down that work, the company can no longer, what I've always said to you is do what you can do. Sunhill will do the rest. So as we offer work and you can work, please do work. It keeps your benefits going. Your health care, if you're participating in our health care, will remain to be paid. But if you refuse work, then we understand that you're not doing what you could do, and it could affect your benefit to receive us to pay your insurance starting with the next month. So I want to share something very exciting that the HR team has come up with. That is a contest we're going to start running every week, starting this upcoming week. It's going to be called Share the Love. We think there's some very creative people in our team. We want to offer you the opportunity. This is Hollywood, right? So we're going to offer you the opportunity to make YouTubes or videos, or send us your favorite recipe, send us your favorite poem or prayer. I want to stop and say that there have been many cards, many letters, many emails that have come in from our team. very touching. And I want you to know I read every one of them. I appreciate every one of them. It's very uplifting. And don't stop. We love and would like to see them keep coming. But if you have a prayer or a poem that you want to share, that would also qualify for this contest. So please submit your orders by next Thursday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The team will get together and judge that, and we're going to be awarding some nice prizes. The winner, first place, will be a $150 gift certificate. So get your family together, get your instruments out, your pots and pans, or however you want to musify the video, and send it to us, and we'll judge it. And first place will be $150, and second place will be $100 gift cards. So we look forward to your talent. We look forward to that. Even if it's as simple as your favorite cookie recipe or your favorite exotic recipe, you know, we will judge any format that comes in, and just title it "Share the Love." We're the Hilton Blue Energy team. Just make sure that you, when you send that, send it into the HR, I think it's human resources at sunhillprop.com. If you want to communicate with me, I'd love to hear from you. My email is mark.davis@sunhillprop.com. Another source is an email that we have set up that's called info, I-N-F-O, @sunhillprop.com. So please keep the cards and letters coming. We'd love to hear from you. Very important. Communication makes us feel better, much like it does you. We do this live broadcast every couple of weeks just to keep you informed, to give you the opportunity to ask questions, to give you the opportunity to be updated. So the good news is we are bringing people back slowly but surely, and it will continue. I don't expect to be open. You know, there's optimism that we will start to have rollback and maybe even be able to open the restaurant by mid-May. That's one of the reasons we're bringing Shauna and Matthew back to prepare for that, to be sure we're ready for our guests, be sure that we have a protocol set up that serves our excellence and our image to our guests going forward, because it will be different than it's been in the past. So my charge to you is stay safe, stay alive, stay healthy, feed your mind. We've given you a lot of ideas on how to feed your mind, sharpen your skill, you know, take care of yourself during this time. Eat healthy, exercise. It helps the body and the mind, so don't forget to do that. We love you. We miss you. We appreciate all of you and look forward to you coming back. You know, our hope is in us. Our hope is in you. Together, we will survive and get through this thing. So as we call you back, we're not calling you if we don't need you. So when we do call you, we do need you. Please take that decision very seriously. We understand your concern, but just know that your protection, your safety is our first priority for you and our guests. So when you come back, we feel our protocol is very safe. It's been well thought out. It's scientifically approached. So we're not putting you in known jeopardy. Would never do that. So just know that when we call you, we're going to protect you as well. We can't guarantee any of us things won't happen. I mean, you can pick up the virus at the market. You know, if you take an Uber ride, if you take a bus ride, you know. So just the key is protecting yourself. Wash your hands. Keep your hands away from your face, and you know, wash off and wear your mask. It's a mandate here in LA. So don't go out without your mask. I wear a mask before I come up to this meeting. I'm sitting in front of you, and so that you can understand and hear me, I'm not wearing my mask, but I'm in a very safe, controlled environment here. So we just appreciate you. Thank you so much for your loyalty. We'll bring you back as soon as we can, and be ready when we call. We want you back. So if there are any questions, please send those chats in. You know, please email us with your questions. We will respond to every inquiry and provide information for you that you're looking for. Okay, the question is, when are we expected to be called for work? As I said, I think there's a chance that we'll have some moderate opening in May. We already are calling people back, housekeepers, because we are participating in the 1 million room nights for Hilton globally. So we're offering our inventory up. We currently have about 200 plus room nights. associated with that. It has brought us in 20 to 30 extra rooms a day, so that's a couple housekeepers. We need to have that. Now, during that, just so that you know, we're not cleaning those rooms every day. It's no guest contact. But what we need from you is to just to move material. We drop outside the door. We retrieve the soiled linen or refuge. We dispose of it safely with your correct PPE, and you're not cleaning the room. The only rooms that will be cleaned, as I said, will have been put out of order for 4 days, an extra day beyond what the scientists tell us that the virus lives. So we do that to protect you and to protect everyone. So we have plenty of rooms in the house. So when we put that room out of order, we give a chance for the virus to die, if it's even there, before we even introduce a person in that room to clean the room. As I believe that food and beverage perhaps may be able to be open in some form or fashion by the middle of the month, a couple of 3 weeks away, we will begin to plan that protocol, how we do that. Of course, we will honor seniority by class again. We'll need cooks, we'll need servers, we'll need different folks and stewards. So when that does occur, we will do that. Probably middle of May is what I'm projecting for food and beverage outlets in the lounge. The Cafe Sierra department, I think I just went through that. Hopefully that answered your question. We could open before then, but I don't expect it to be before about the middle of May is what I'm hearing. We still do not have an update from the park that they're opening any earlier than June 1st. So as you know, we're a destination location. We're next door to the theme park. When they're closed, there's nobody coming up the hill. Not too many guests are staying. That's the primary purpose that people stay at a hotel. It's the proximity. So there really are no customers. City Walk remains closed, all the restaurants over there. But we will open our restaurant and outlets as soon as the mayor releases that protocol for us to do so. Currently, it's against the law to open. If you're not an essential business, it's actually against the law. The protocol for food and beverage is only takeout and pickup. We're not really suited for that. We, of course, serve our people in their in-house room service, takeout and pickup, but not to outside guests. The part-time basis or full-time basis is done by seniority, by class. So, if you are full-time, if you're part-time, wherever you are in the queue for seniority will be how we call you back. So there are some people that have been hired full-time later than people that are on part-time status. So again, we will be calling back by category, by class, by seniority. So even if you're a part-time person and you have more seniority than the last full-time person we hired, we will call you first. As we have activity and the hotel begins to what I call come alive. Right now, it's a very dark, a very boring place. Nobody walking around. We really don't need that, but we absolutely, as activity begins to go through the lobby and the public spaces more often, we will need our lobby attendants back to keep our sanitation protocol up. As you know, we sanitize the elevator buttons, we sanitize the public restrooms, all the touch points in the public spaces, and there are a lot of them. So yes, we do need people to help with that once we have activity moving through the building. Okay. If we have information that's important before our next biweekly call, we will schedule another one and we will let you know. But until then, keep yourself safe. Again, keep your spirits up. You are the hope of our future. We rely on you. We rely on each other. So stay well. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family. As I said last week, use this time as a benefactor to your benefit for yourself and your family. Get to know your family. Get to know a new book to help you think differently than maybe you did before. But again, I just want to share that the notes, the cards that are coming in, I'm getting them, so meaningful, so touching, and it is very uplifting to hear from you. So keep those coming. I especially enjoyed a prayer that Linda McCarthy shared this week to me. And it gave me a moment to pause and really put things in perspective. Those things are good for the soul, good for the mind. So keep those coming, keep sharing. I look forward to the creativity of the Share the Love contest. I have a feeling I know the top 3 or 5 that will get right on top of this probably already started writing your script. There's quite the creativity in Hollywood, and I know some of you will knock it out of the park. So I'll look forward to that. Keep it clean, keep it fun, but we'd love to hear and see your family, how you're doing at home. Thank you. God bless, and have a great rest of the day. Enjoy your beautiful, beautiful weekend. God bless.